Hey, everybody. Welcome you to Facebook Periscope. Come on in, you guys. Streaming on two devices. We're going to see how this works. Come on in. Y'all, all this hair. Oh, my God. My hair has grown so much. Whoo, Lord. It's time to go back to a protector style. Just go back. Y'all, come on in. Come on in. Give y'all a chance to slide in the room. And then we're going to get started. I'm excited for today's word. You know, God has really just been speaking. And so I want to make sure that I release that which he has called me to release. When you come in, let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from. We are in a new month, the first month of the third quarter of 2021. It is an incredible time. Hey, Mark Quinta, how are you? Gorgeous. Tennessee is in the house. Who else is here? We are going to get started. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Let me do some sharing and you guys share for me. Okay. Hold on. Let me share. Super excited for this word. I don't know why y'all, but I am freezing today. How you doing, gorgeous? Hey, Tandria, how are you, beautiful? Girl, I so love that picture of you. It is absolutely amazing. Kiss my baby for me, baby JJ. Yes, honey, yes. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started with this word. So the month of July, you know, I've been telling you that God was going to accelerate things in July, but it's really important that you get things in order, that we get things in order. It's not a one-way thing. It is all of us. There are things that we've got to get in order. In fact, the other day, God told me that he's giving us a 7-day grace period, the first 7 days of July to finish what we didn't finish in June. He's giving us a 7-day grace period, the first 7 days in July to finish what we didn't finish. Hey, Eileen. Hey, Bella. How are you all? So, you know, the question becomes, what are you going to do with these next few days? Today is July 2nd, which means that you have 6 days counting today to wrap up what you didn't wrap up in June, to put things in order. Hey, Annette, good to see you, beautiful. Now, let me tell you why that's important. If God is going to accelerate things, and that means that things have to be in place in order for you to be in a position to maximally benefit from the acceleration. What does that mean, Dr. V? Maximally benefit from the acceleration. If you don't have things in place, when the acceleration hits, you're not going to be ready. It's going to overtake you and it might take you out. So I want you to make sure that you get in place what needs to be in place so that when the acceleration comes, it actually propels you to where you're going. Now, how do you do that? You finish the stuff that he told you to finish. I know I have some stuff that he told me to finish that I haven't finished. I've got to get it done. Today is about wrapping some things up, getting some things done so that I can really benefit from what he's going to do this month. I already see it. I already see it as done. And because of that, I know what I've got to do. You need to ask God, what is it that I need to do? Chances are you already know and you just haven't done it yet, right? Chances are you already know and you just haven't done it yet. I also hear God saying, this is the season not to be afraid to ask for help. This is the season not to be afraid to ask for help. So often we get in the mode of we've got to do everything by ourselves because we've had bad experiences. We don't trust people. They're not going to do it as well as we would do it. All of those things. But in this season, you're going to need help. It's time to pull together a team of people that are like your riders that got you, right? That will help you and facilitate you in moving forward, pushing through and breaking through the barriers, because this is a breakthrough season. This is a season where you're going to break through walls and barriers that have been blocking you in the past. This is your time to break through. So what does that mean? Don't let up off the gas. Don't let up off the gas. You see, listen, I'm going to tell you a story. I remember I was in graduate school. I was dating a white guy, and his mom and dad had said they didn't want me to call their house. And I was going to the house to talk to the mama. I was like, listen, I'm coming to the crib. I'm going to the crib, and you bet not tell your mama I'm coming, right? Of course, he called her. But I went. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm going to try to make this as, yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to get it together, okay? But I went, and they lived on a really steep hill. It was a very steep hill, and I couldn't get up the hill. I was so angry. I had a stick shift. I could not get up the hill. So I'm pushing, trying to get up the hill, and I kept rolling back. Pushing, going up the hill, and I'd roll back. Pushing, going up the hill, and then I'd roll back, right? And then finally, I was able to get enough momentum to go all the way up the hill. Now listen. There's a lesson in this. God is telling you it is time for you to get the momentum you need so that you can go up the hill, break through the barriers. You can't do it just putting along. That's not going to get through it. You've got to engage in some massive action to get your breakthrough. You've got to engage in some massive action to get your breakthrough. So now is the time to go into massive action mode. But you got to finish some things up first so that when you break through, you're going to be able to sustain it. See, one of the, I think the only thing worse than breaking through, not breaking through, is breaking through and not being able to sustain it, getting a taste of it, but then having to come back down. No, this is not the season for this. This is the season for sustained breakthrough. This is the season for sustained breakthrough, but there are things that you must do in order to position yourself for that sustained breakthrough. I'm just telling you what God is saying. It's not just for you. It's for me as well. Like literally, God is like, hey, what you gonna do? I'm ready. Are you ready? And it's so funny because when I was in Miami, I asked this young man, I'd given him a word, and I said, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? And I'm looking him in his eyes, and he's looking off, right? He's like, man, why are you looking at me, right? Because there's something about the pressure that it puts on you when someone looks you in your eyes and says, are you ready? And then what did he do? He turned around and did the same thing to me. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. But you guys, this is not the time to doubt your readiness. This is the time to move forward. This is the time to say yes to God and go through. This is the time to say yes to God and do it anyway. This is the time to say yes to God and do it afraid. This is the time to say yes to God and push your anxieties and your insecurities out of the way. This is the time to say yes to God. And there's going to be declarations that you're going to have to consistently make in order to keep your mind right in this season. This is the season of declarations, affirmations. You've got to already see yourself in that place. See yourself driving that car. See yourself in that house. See yourself on that job. See your business exploding. You got to see your bank account. You got to see your family looking the way you want it to look. You got to see the peace that you want. You got to see that. You got to put yourself in a place that you see that. So get your mind right. How do we get our mind right, Dr. V? The word of God says, meditate on the word day and night. Meditate on the word day and night. Now, I know that y'all think it just means reciting Bible scriptures all day long. That's not necessarily what it means, but it means that we use the word with intentionality and allow word to break through the things that have inhibited us and our mindset. So it means that you've got to begin to visualize and feel and see and marinate on. That's why I posted on my story. My numbers are important to me. First of all, y'all know that numbers are important to me. I pay attention to numbers. I believe that God speaks to us through numbers. And when you understand that, because God speaks to us through a myriad of ways, a lot of different ways. But when you understand those vehicles that he uses, especially when he's dealing with you, then it helps you. But, you know, one of the things that I've done is I've created my vision board and I put it on my phone. It's my screensaver so that I keep it before me. Why? My phone is always before me, right? And anytime I look at my phone, I'm able to see the vision. I'm able to see my face on $1 million bill. I'm able to see what it is that I desire in my life. It is a reminder to me that when life is happening and I'm starting to feel some type of way, hold on, no, I need you to look. I need you to look. Now, let me say this. I want y'all to be real clear about this, because I think sometimes people miss it, because what they think is, or what you think is, that it's going to be easy. The breakthrough, it is worth it, but you may encounter, no, let me say it like this. Right now in this season, you're going to encounter resistance. Right now in this season, you're going to encounter some resistance. Hey, Jackie, you're going to encounter some resistance, but it's okay. The resistance is not designed to stop you. It's designed to build up the muscles you need for where you're going. The resistance is not designed to stop you. It's designed to build up the muscles you need for where you're going. If you do not have endurance, you will not be able to sustain. If you're going to a high place where you're going to have great visibility and you're going to be very much in the public, but you can't handle nobody talking about you, you're not going to be able to stay there. People are going to, run you out of your spot, because you are so caught up in, they don't like me, or they said this. Listen, that's why God had to allow me to get to the place where I don't care. Listen, I hate to say it like that, but I don't care. Think what you think, feel how you feel. I can love you and not allow what you think to change what I do. Let me say that again. I can love you and not let what you think change what I do. That sounds harsh. It sounds cold. It sounds disloyal. It sounds all of those things. But y'all, listen, let me tell y'all something. Our biggest problem is our desire to please people. And so what God will do in order to deliver you from people is put you in a position where the only way that you can get to where you're going is by your deliverance from people. What people think, how they feel, all of those things that you've allowed in the past to prevent you from getting to destiny. Well, you can choose to allow them to do that now if you want to, but I choose to push through. This is my breakthrough season, and not just breakthrough, but sustained breakthrough. I'm talking about, this is the breakthrough where once you get through it, baby, listen, it ain't no going back. It's not no going back. It's not going back to that place. In fact, it's pressing deeper in. It's pushing harder through. It's going higher. It's elevating more. And the more you elevate, the more people are going to fall off. You heard what I said? People are going to fall off. It's a necessity. It's a requirement. Everybody's not designed to go on this particular journey with you. Now, you may want them to, but just because you want them to does not mean they will. They can't handle it where you're going. They can't handle the altitude, because the altitude is too great for them. They'll die in that altitude. I got to fix my coffee, y'all. So you can't not go because they won't go. You can't not go because they don't like where you're going. You can't not go because they don't understand what's happening in your life. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure the light is on. Listen, if you want to get technical, listen, just to be real, many of us are not going to understand where we're going and how things are happening in our lives. But it doesn't mean that we're not going to do it. It simply means that, it's not a requirement that we understand it. In Bible study on Wednesday night, I talked about Ecclesiastes 11, 1 through 6. And one of the things that it says in Ecclesiastes 11 is it talks about the mysteries of God, right? And that there are things that we just are not going to understand. Like, who can really explain how a whole human being grows inside of another human being? Who can really explain that? Like, it just does not make sense. It does not seem logical that a whole human being would grow inside of another human being and then come out and things go back to the way they were. That does not seem logical. But God is not a God of logic. God is a God of the supernatural. And this is the reality. We can operate in the supernatural if we tap into God in us. The problem is we want to do everything in our natural physical sense, right? We don't want to allow God in us to manifest, to show up, to push through, to give us what we need. But for this breakthrough, that's what you got to do. For this breakthrough, for this sustained breakthrough, and I want y'all to hear me very clearly. I'm going to give you an analogy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with, there is a type of, I don't know if it's a screw, I don't know what it is, but it's like this. And then once you put it in, then it blossoms out and then it like locks, right? So that once it does this, it doesn't come out, right? Because it spreads, right? And so that the spread keeps it there. Well, I'm telling you that it is your ability to get beyond what you have done in the past, what you've experienced in the past, that you will be able to be like that particular screw where you go into the season, you break through, and then you expand to the point where there is no going back. Some of you are so used to going back that you think that going back is a natural thing. It is not. It is not. It is something that God has allowed to happen because you have refused to step up, to elevate up, to go up in your thinking, in your thought process, in your movement, in your worship, in your spiritual experience. But when you do that, what you do is you secure your current altitude and you allow yourself to go even higher. See, without the go back, listen, y'all, I'm telling you, if you will get this, if you will catch this in the spirit and apply it in the natural, your life will be forever changed. I'm not talking about change temporarily. I'm not talking about you'll see a change for a few weeks or a month. You know how you're in a relationship and things are going bad and then they say, oh, well, I'm going to do better. And they do better for a week. They do better for 2 weeks. They might even do better for a month. But then they go back to the old. Well, the only way that you prevent that is by changing your mindset, your mentality, the way you think, the way you move. And in doing that, you allow yourself to position yourself where God can actually get you to where you're going, keep you there until it's time for your next elevation, and then hold you there until it's time for your next elevation, and then get you there. We're talking about the security of God. God is securing your position. God is securing your position. So if you want to go higher, if you want sustained breakthrough, it is time to get serious about your mindset. All this negative Nancy, y'all better kick it to the curb. Dismiss it. Negative Nancy will not get you to your destiny. I'm telling you right now. In fact, it's going to push you further away. You're going to draw more negative energy, more negative people, more negative circumstances, more negative situations, and you're going to find yourself overwhelmed and taken out by the negativity that I'm not talking about nobody else. Nobody else can do it. Only you can allow that negativity to reign in your life. Only you. And when you realize that, recognize that, acknowledge that, accept that, and own that, you will require yourself to be more accountable for what you think and what you say and what you do. See, this is the season where we've got to do the work. It's easy. It's easy to have someone else do the work. But if you don't do the work, you'll be more likely to fall back into old habits because you were not required to do the push through. It's got to cost you something. See, when it costs you something, then you'll fight for it. When it costs you something, then you'll contend for it. When it costs you something, you'll do the work required to sustain it, to maintain it. When it costs you something, if it doesn't cost you anything, baby, let me just tell you, when it doesn't cost you anything, you're less likely to be committed enough to do the work to sustain it. That's just real talk. If you're given something, think about your kids for a second. If you have children, grandchildren, you're familiar with somebody that got some kids, right? When they're just given something, it's just given to them. Have you ever noticed that they're less likely to take care of it? But if they buy it, I don't know about y'all, but when mine buy stuff, oh, they're going to take care of their stuff. Now, what kind of mess is that? But I promise you they will. They're going to take care of their stuff. They're going to take care of their stuff real, real good. Okay? But let me pay for it. If I pay for it, they might not take as good a care of it. That's just facts. If I pay for it, listen, they'll just eat it up. When they pay for it, oh, they treat it a little different. They want to make it last. Make it last forever. Versus, right? Listen, y'all, in this season, it's decision-making time. Not only do you have to make decisions, but then you have to create a plan. And then you have to execute it. This is DPE time. DPE time. Hold on. That's good. I like that. Hold on, y'all. Let me put this up here. Let me put this up here. It's DPE time. Okay. Decision, plan, execute. Decision, plan, execute. Hold on. Let me put it over here too. Hold on. Oh, Lord. Y'all hold on. I took myself off screen. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me create this banner real quick. DPE time. DPE time. Decision, plan, execute. Decision, plan, execute. Now, decision, plan, execute. Now, listen, you guys may be saying, Dr. V, why do you say it's DPE time? Because if you don't make a decision, listen, if you don't make a decision, you won't move forward. You won't move forward. You've got to make a decision. So in making this decision, when you make the decision, the only way, I want y'all to hear me clearly. The only way the decision is going to hold you accountable is if you do a declaration of it, you share the decision. You've got to do something that's going to allow you to be held accountable for the decision that you've made. See, too often we'll make decisions privately that we can renege on. Why? Because nobody knows we made a decision. No, it's time for some public decisions to be made. It's time for you to have some accountability on a larger scale. One of the things I know about us is we don't like nobody looking at us crazy because we didn't do something that we said we were going to do. We don't like that. Won't like that. And because we don't like that, we're more likely to go through with it. We're more likely to follow through with it. We're more likely to continue on the journey because we know people didn't forget. They didn't forget what you said. They didn't forget. So your decision must be made in a public way. I'm not saying you got to tell everybody on Facebook, but often that works, right? Because you don't want the people, because most of the people that's on your timeline on Facebook is not your friends. They're really frenemies or enemies, right? And so you really don't want your haters looking at you crazy. No. It's amazing how people are driven by haters. Haters don't drive me, okay? They don't drive me. I'm driven by my commitment to finish what I said I was going to finish, right? But, for some people, honey, haters do it. Artesia sent a decision seed. She said, let me send a decision seed. This seed is my declaration that I made a decision, okay? But you got to make a decision, and you got to make your decision public. At least in some shape, form, or fashion, you got to make it public, okay? Then you got to create a plan. Once you've made the decision, you got to create a plan. Why do you have to create a plan? The plan is what guides you and guides your actions. The plan is what guides you and guides your actions. If you do not have a plan, then you will not know what to do next, right? So you need a plan. You need to create a plan. Your plan is going to be your plan of action. It's not just the plan like, oh, I'm going to do this. No, I need specifics. Specifics. You need a plan of action, not just the plan. A plan of action. You got to remember that this plan is not for you to look at. It's not for you to just say, I got a plan. No, your plan is designed to move you. Your plan is designed to move you. We're talking about DPE. That's all I'm saying. We're talking about DPE. Decision, plan, and execute. It's DPE time. Okay? Now, next thing. You got your plan of action, and your plan of action needs to be so detailed that you can anticipate the things that would stop you. And you have a way of overcoming them. I actually have this thing that I do in my Use Your Buckets course, right? Where I teach people how to create an entire plan of action to accomplish a goal. They have a goal. They identify the things that they have that will help them to accomplish the goal. They identify potential obstacles. They put time frames on it, and then they tell how they're going to celebrate themselves, right? You got to have a plan of action. Oh, it's great to say I'm going to do, but if you don't have a plan of action, you're less likely to do it. If you don't have a plan of action, you're less likely to do it, okay? Now, after you have your plan of action, you've anticipated your potential obstacles, because the obstacles normally don't change. The enemy's tactics don't change. He uses the same tactics over and over again. So if you keep getting defeated and caught up in the same obstacles and the same challenges, then can I say it? Can I say it, y'all? Can I say it? Y'all let me know, can I say it? If you keep getting caught up by the same thing over and over and over again, can I say it? I need permission to say it. Can y'all just give me permission to say it? I just want to know, can I say it? Dumb. Dumb. D-U-M-B, all caps, bold with exclamation marks behind it. Dumb. You're dumb. Now, this is why I say dumb. And I want y'all to understand this. No one on here lacks intelligence, right? And no one on here wants to be dumb. But have you ever been dumb before and you knew you were being dumb? Anybody? I have. Dumb. Dumb. Just dumb. Not even insane. And let me tell you why not insane. Because normally we talk about insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results, right? No, I'm talking about dumb. Dumb is when you know this is not going to work. You know you have to do something different. You know it, but you don't do it. See, insanity is when you're doing the same thing, expecting different results, but it has not come to your conscious awareness that, listen, wait, I need to do this instead of that. But when you know you need to do this instead of that and you don't do it, you're not insane. You're dumb. That's dumb. It's dumb. You ain't insane. You're dumb. D-U-M-B, all caps and bold. And I said it. Dumb. Huh. Now, if you don't want to be dumb, don't be dumb. Just don't be dumb. Exactly. When you know better, you do better. You're going to make a plan of action because your plan is designed to move you, and you need to anticipate issues and have a plan to fight the issues that arise. Let me tell y'all something. When you already have in place, like you know what happens for you. You know what happens for you, right? And you already said, okay, well, I know that this is something that's happened in the past. If this happens, then I will. You already have an alternative action that you'll engage in if you encounter this obstacle. So when you know yourself, then you'll know and you'll be able to anticipate, right? So can I share a personal story with y'all? Let me tell y'all a personal story. I have had to stop being dumb in my life, right? Just stop being dumb. Dumb. I had to stop being dumb because this is what I was dumb, right? It wasn't that I didn't know. It wasn't that, I was unaware. It was that I was choosing not to engage in a different action. Even though I knew I needed to engage in a different action, I just chose not to. Dumb. And it wasn't necessarily, it was that I was being dumb because I didn't want to do the work required to get on the other side. Can we just be real? I didn't want to do the work. I'm like, this is too much work. Sometimes we stay in relationships because we don't want to have to do the work of being single. Like, who wants to be single, trying to figure it out here in these scandalous streets? So we'd rather stay in a relationship that is unfulfilling and in fact could be toxic, could be destroying you, sucking the very life out of you. We'll stay in it because it's familiar. We at least know it. We know the BS we're going to encounter. We don't have to wait and see. We don't have to figure it out. Yes, Ricky. We got to be real with ourselves first. And you guys, the moment that I just said, okay, hold up. This is some foolery. This is some foolery. That's the moment when I gave God permission to take me to another place, right? Because then I had to choose, make a decision to engage in some different actions. Okay? Now, is it easy? I'm not saying it's easy, but it's necessary. It's necessary. If you know that you're overweight or you're suffering from health issues, it's not easy to stop doing things that you've done all your life, but it's necessary. It's necessary for you to make these adjustments, these changes, right? If you know that you're still suffering from wounds, from childhood, from dating, from previous relationships. Now, listen, it's not easy to look at those things, to look at the root of them, to see where they came from, but it is freaking necessary. Otherwise, you're going to consistently be in the same relationship over and over again with people with a different name or not. Or not. Let me tell you something. I said, Lord have mercy. So I was in some of my most significant relationships have been with Ricks or Rickies. What is that about? Listen, at least I don't have to worry about saying the wrong name, but come on. If you keep choosing the same person with a different body, whether they have the same name or a different name, right? And you know the challenges and you know how it ends. You're being dumb. And honestly, I got tired of being dumb. I'm too brilliant to be dumb. Like, I'm not dumb. So if I'm not dumb, then why am I behaving in a dumb way? Right? If I'm not dumb, then why am I behaving in a dumb way? You need to ask yourself, why are you dummying yourself down? And that's often the reason we dummy ourselves down so that other people won't think that we think we're more than we are, or we're highfalutin, or we think we're better than people. Y'all listen, this is not about me thinking that I'm better than people, but I'm better than situations and circumstances. I'm better than certain circumstances. Listen, I should not still be dealing with stuff that I dealt with back when I was in my 20s. Now that is dumb, okay? And one of the things that I remember with husband number 4, I found myself in a place that I hadn't been in since I was in my 20s and I was 40. That was a problem for me. I worked diligently not to find myself in a place where I'm fighting somebody, okay? Because truth be told, Dr. V was a fighter. I would fight you. I know I don't look like a fighter. I don't seem like a fighter. But don't try me, okay? Because I promise you, there is a fighter in there, and it's one of them crazy fighters, okay? All right, I'm just saying. My kids and my mama, you threw bricks. I sure did. And if he had been a little closer, I wouldn't have threw the brick. I just would have busted him in the head with the brick. Like, for real, right? So when I found myself at that place, this is not... I've got to get out of this, because if I don't get out of this, I'm going to be in prison with the whole prison ministry and a girlfriend, okay? Because I'm going to be protected. I'm not going to be in prison all just exposed. No, somebody going to be fighting for me in prison. I'm not fighting them women, okay? So I'm going to have yes, boo. I'm going to have a whole boo in the prison and the prison ministry. Listen, y'all, I knew I didn't want that, so let me do this. Let me exit this relationship, because if I don't exit it, I'm going to find myself in a place that I do not want to be. I should not be. I don't deserve to be, but I will be, because I'll be doing dumb stuff. Let's stop being dumb. July is the month of acceleration. God has given us a 7-day grace period through the month until July 7th to finish things that we were supposed to finish in June that we did not finish them, because on July 8th, there is going to be an acceleration in the spirit world that is going to blow your mind. July 8th, 7/8/2021. 7/8/2021. I need y'all to get ready for it. And I think that's why God said to start the fast on 7/7 at 7 p.m. He's never given me a specific time, ever. Never has he given me a specific time like that. But I know this, when God gives me like 7/7/7, Oh my God, y'all need to check out what that means, right? What that angel number is, 777. But when God gives it to me like that, then that means that he is preparing me for something major happening starting on the 8th. And there is going to be a wind that comes through. It's going to be gale force winds. Hold on, I got to look that up because that just came in my spirit. Gale force winds. Let me see. Let me see what that is, honey, because listen, that's something to that. Let me see what that is. Okay, y'all. Listen. A gale is a strong wind, typically used as a descriptor in nautical context. The United States National Weather Service defines a gale as 34 to 47 knots, or 63 to 87 kilometers per hour, or 39 to 54 miles per hour of sustained surface winds. Sustained surface winds, where the winds are on the surface, but they're so powerful and they are sustained. Gale force winds. That's what I heard in the spirit. Gale force winds. It's stronger than a breeze. 25. Listen, y'all, listen, y'all. Whoo. Gale force winds. Y'all, I'm just telling y'all. That's what I heard. Listen. God is sending gale force winds to advance you. And if God is sending gale force winds to advance you, that means he's accelerating, he's speeding up, he's moving you faster. So get done what you need to get done with by July 7th, right? July 7th at 7 p.m. We're starting Forward Focus 21. It's a 21-day fast. You guys are welcome to join us. If you want to join us, put 21 in the comments. My team will send you the link to join the group so that you can participate. You can purchase the book. We're using volume 1 of Forward Focus 21 days to set, focus, and propel you into destiny. Propel, gale force winds. All of this goes together. It all goes together. I need y'all to understand it all goes together. And when you understand that it all goes together, then I need you to also understand this. God has a divine setup that he has established specifically for you. God has a divine setup that he has established specifically for you. This setup is for you. It's for you. Now listen to me, and I need y'all to hear me. You choosing to continue to do things that you know are not advancing you, you know are not moving you forward, you know are not pushing you forward, to stay in relationships and in connections with things that are not designed to go into this next season with you, is dumb. Now, you can be dumb if you want to, but you're going to be dumb by yourself. That's why 7 at 7 p.m., my fast starts, right? So I want you to go ahead, drop 21 in the comments, and our team will get back with you and get you in the group and get you the link so that you can purchase your copy of Forward Focus 21. When you purchase the book, you'll get the ebook for free. So the ebook will go out to you this week. The books will be shipped out. Listen, y'all, I'm just telling y'all, you're going to want this book and you're going to want to participate in this fast. This fast is going to cause you to have a breakthrough. It's just like, remember in Mission Impossible? They said, this is your assignment should you choose to accept it. Remember that? That's exactly what this is. This is your assignment should you choose to accept it. Should you not choose to accept it, you can expect to stay in that same place and not be able to break all the way through. God wants you to have sustained breakthrough, and he's sending gale force winds to assist you in the breakthrough. He's sending gale force winds to assist you in the breakthrough. Okay. If you have not gotten a copy of Forward Focus 21 Volume 1 and you need one, drop a 1 in the comments. Drop a 1 in the comments so that we can make sure that we get you the link. Drop a 1 in the comments so that we can make sure that we get you a link so that you can purchase your copy of the book. God is doing what? Exceedingly and abundantly above all that we can think or ask. exceedingly and abundantly above all that we can think or ask, exceedingly and abundantly above all that we can think or ask, period. That's what God is doing right now. And this is your season. This is your time to get there. This is your turn. It's your turn. Aren't you tired of looking at everybody else get there and you know they're not smarter than you? They're not more talented than you. They don't look better than you. They don't have brighter ideas than you. So how is it they're there and you're not? Well, there's something that's missing in your process. There's something that's missing in your process, and you've got to figure that thing out. When you figure that thing out, it changes everything. This fast will give you a level of clarity. It's going to examine every area of your life, and it will give you the opportunity to work through the things that you need to work through in order to get there. So let me share this with you. If you know that you're in a place where you need a breakthrough, I want to invite you to join me by going to Get Balanced with Dr. V, Get Balanced with Dr. V, and get you a free breakthrough strategy session. Get you a free breakthrough strategy session so that you can figure out what is it that you need to do. And then we can talk about how I can assist you in that endeavor if I can. Listen, far be it from me to try to force anything that I do on anybody. I've learned this, and I'm going to tell y'all something, and I'm real serious about this, and I want y'all to understand me because I'm coming from the depths of my heart. I'm going to tell you what I've discovered. What I've discovered is this. People value what they pay for. This is going to sound sad. But the more they pay for it, the more they value it. People value what they pay for it, and the more they pay for it, the more they value it. Sad, right? Well, not really, because what it does is it stretches us. What I've learned is if you want true breakthrough, you've got to be really willing to invest in you in order to get there, right? Where your treasure is, there also is your heart. Where your treasure is, there also is your heart, because we pay for what we value. We pay for what we value. What's important to us, we'll put money in it. When our kids are athletes and we want them to have great success, we pay for them to go to camps. That's what we do, because we know that, hey, I need them to get this skill set. I need them to have that exposure. I need them to get this, okay? We value it. We value it. We put our money where we value things, right? We put our money on what we value. Now, listen, I'm getting ready to close out. But listen, if this word touched you, if it penetrated you, I want you to drop a seed. Drop a seed. Now, the seed is not for me. Seed is not for me. The seed is your sign that you've made a decision and a commitment. And it is also a signal to God that you've got seed in the ground. So now you're ready to sow. You're ready to be sown. You're ready to let the rain come. You're ready to let things that happen in your life produce your harvest. Y'all, we harvesting this time, baby. I don't know about y'all, but anybody connected to me that's following the path, that's taking the journey, oh, we're in harvest mode. We're getting ready to get a big harvest. It's harvest time. We're getting ready to break through everything that has blocked us. We're getting ready to get to where God has promised us. We're getting ready to get what's ours. We're going to have this is a season of testimony. Testimony after testimony after testimony. We're breaking through and we're having sustained breakthrough. Sustained breakthrough with gale force winds behind us, pushing us to where we're going. You're not even going to have to work as hard as you normally would, because you're going to have gale force winds pushing you. And because you're prepared and you've got things in place, it's going to just happen. And it's going to seem like it happened overnight. It didn't happen overnight, but baby, it's been working and brewing for a while. But the overnight part is going to come because you've made a decision. You created a plan of action and you chose to execute it. And God is going to blow on it. God is going to blow on your efforts. God is going to blow on your word. God is going to blow on what you do. He's going to blow on your actions, and he's going to accelerate its results. He's going to accelerate the results. I don't know. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited. This got me pumped up. I'm pumped up and I'm ready. I'm pumped up and I'm ready. I am pumped up and I'm ready. Listen, this is what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to share this. I need y'all to share this. I need y'all to share this. I need 7 shares, and at 7 shares, I'm getting ready to release something to you guys. Come back and say, I shared it. 7 shares, and I'm going to share something with you guys. I got something for you. 7 shares. 7 shares, and I got something for y'all. Oh, my goodness. Listen. 7 shares. 7 shares, and I got something for you. Be sure to put that you shared it. All right, Julie, I see you shared it. Stacy, I see you shared it. 7 shares. Bella shared it. That's 3. 7 shares. 7 shares, and I'm going to release something to y'all. Y'all, this is about, I'm telling y'all, oh my God, I wish y'all could feel what I feel, and maybe you do feel what I do, and maybe that's why you're still here. Maybe that's why you're still here. Julie said, I shared it on my page, and I group shared. All right. That's 4 shares. That's 4. We need 3 more shares. 3 more shares. 3 more shares. Alita shared. That's 5. Okay, Wilhelmina shared. That's 6. 1 more share. 1 more share. Nikki shared. All right, we're there. That's 7 shares. Listen, I'm going to release this corporate work, but those of you who shared it, I want you to inbox me because I've got something special for you. I've got something special for you. I'm going to give you a private word. Like it's going to be for real. It's going to be real. It's going to be real. We're going to talk for about 15 minutes. It don't take long, but baby, it's going to be strong. And I'm going to give you what God has given me for you right now today, because I believe there's some significant instructions that God has to release to you. Okay, so I want y'all to inbox me, but let me give this corporate word because you all shared, you released some things for other people. Now I want y'all to check this out. Them sharing is releasing something that's going to bless everyone who watches this broadcast. Just them sharing. All they did was share it, but it's releasing something that's going to help other people. But then God's got something special and private for them. Okay, so listen, y'all hear me. I need y'all to hear me as a prophet of the Most High. Today, I'm talking about today, you making a decision today is going to unlock a supernatural door. And you will get a phone call, an email, a message, something significant that you've been waiting for, or maybe that you didn't even expect, right? But it's going to be an opportunity that is going to bless your soul and your pocketbook. It's going to be a blessing, an opportunity that's going to bless your soul and your pocketbook. Yes, Bella, I love it. A lot of times, you know, we get blessings, and those blessings, that just blessed my soul. But these blessings are going to bless your soul and your pocketbook. They're going to bless your soul and your pocketbook. Y'all hear me? And man, I mean wallet, okay? Wallet. Going to bless your wallet. Let me say wallet, okay? I'm telling you, there is a door, an opportunity that is getting ready to come to you today by you making a decision, because your decision tells God, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay? Once he knows you're ready, then he can work with you. Y'all let God do what he wants to do in your life. And know this, tonight at 7 p.m., if you've been struggling with healing, if you know that you've got some hurt, some wounds that are blocking you from getting love the way you want, from giving love the way you want, you guys, I want you to join me. Myself and Coach Eric Shaw, we're going to do another free self-healing workshop tonight at 7 p.m. And tonight at 7 p.m., if you want to participate, put self-healing in the comments. We'll make sure I get you the link so that you can participate in that. Put self-healing in the comments. From 7 to 9 tonight, we're doing a self-healing workshop. You guys, we're launching our 8-week program. You guys, this program is going to be absolutely amazing. You will not come out of it the same. I'm telling you, when it comes to healing, the anointing that the two of us have for healing is incredible. And it has allowed us not only to assist one another in healing, but also positioned us to help other people. So put self-healing in the comments. My team will definitely get you the link so that you can join us tonight from 7 to 9. You're not going to want to miss this. And even if you decide, you don't want to do the 8 weeks, right? Do this class, because I'm telling you, you're going to get blessed just from doing the free class.
There's going to be a blessing in it. It's the way it works, right? Share it with someone. Invite some friends to come join you. Some people that you know, the same people that you talk about how, men ain't no good, women ain't no good, women are gold diggers, men are dogs. You talk about all of the negative things that have happened in your relationship. When you bring them people. Okay? Somebody send it to Wendy, because I think Wendy need to be on here. Wendy Williams. Somebody send it to Wendy. Tell Wendy to join us, okay? So that she can get a healing, okay? Because she need a healing, right? Not because something is just irretrievably or irrevocably broken in her, but because she is broken. And if we will be honest with ourselves, most of us are broken. But being broken is not an excuse for you not healing, right? I like to use the analogy of the stained glass window. The stained glass window is beautiful, but it's created from broken pieces of glass. God wants all your brokenness, all your broken pieces, so that he can take what looks broken and unusable to others to create something that is beautiful and glorious, that the glory of God might shine through it. Literally, like a window, shine through it, right? That the glory of God might shine through it. So you guys make sure you bring some people with you tonight. Let them know that that's the place to be tonight from 7 to 9 p.m. You guys, God is doing something great and amazing. I'm just honored to be a part of that process. Let me tell y'all something, y'all. It is not that I am so far above anybody else, but it is that I am so willing and I am so open to God to do what he says do, even if it looks crazy, even if it seems crazy to other people, even if people don't understand it. I refuse to miss this move of God. I will never be where I was again. That is my declaration. Not going back. I'm not going back. Now, if you want to go back, you can go back. But there's something about once you've tasted, the promises of God, you're like, I don't want that. Like, oh, that tastes nasty, right? It's like after eating good steak and then eating chopped steak. It's still a form of steak. It just is not the same. Okay. So listen, it's time to level up. It's time to elevate. It's time to upgrade your life. And the way that we do that is by hopping into this DPE time, decision, plan, and execute. Now listen, but you can do all that and you not be healed. You're going to get an effect, but you're going to multiply the effect when you have engaged in healing. Healing is a key to the process because then things come through purely. Okay. So let's get healed, right? Because there are things that God has for us that he wants us to get, that he needs a certain level of purity. Right? So let's heal our heart. Let's mend the broken places. God's desire is not for you to stay broken, but to give him those broken pieces so that he can put it together and create something new. It will never be what it was, but what it is, what it becomes will be even greater. Your latter shall be greater than your former. You guys, listen, let me make this declaration over you. I declare and decree that everything that your hands touch prospers, and every place your feet tread, God gives you dominion, that your worst days are behind you and your best days are ahead of you, that the promises of God for your life are yea and amen, which means yes, and let it be so, that everything that God has declared over your life will, shall, and must come to pass. Why? Because his word will not return to him void, but it will accomplish everything that it is sent forth to accomplish. You are the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath, the lender and not the borrower. Everything that God has promised you, it's yours. Let's get it. Remember, drop in the comments if you want to participate in the 21-day fast, Forward Focus 21, put a 21. If you don't have your copy of the book Forward Focus 21, the devotional, put a 1. If you are wanting to be a part of the self-healing process, the free class tonight from 7 to 9, put self-healing in the comments. Y'all got some actions to engage in, right? You got some actions to engage in. 21 for the fast, 1 if you don't have the book, and self-healing if you want to participate in the class. It is decision-making time. Let's make a decision, plan, and let's execute. It's time for you to step into your greater. Listen, you guys, I love you guys to life and life more abundant, but God loves you more. Be blessed. Mwah.